I decided to ask you guys on Instagram what sort of tutorial would you like to see from me. And a couple of you asked me for some quick and easy makeup tips for busy moms. And I decided, you know what, I've got lots of friends and family with babies, and I can see that it takes a lot out of your day and there's never enough time for yourself. So I put together a few tips and tricks that I think will make it a lot easier for you, and it doesn't take a long time at all. I hope that you can take something from this. So I'm going to start off with the M.A.C Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to use this just to open up the eyes and make you look refreshed, like you're getting enough sleep. And I'm using my fingers because I believe there's no time for brushes. And I'm just applying it across the whole eyelid. And I'm using one that's close to my skin color so that I don't have to blend it out, so it saves a little bit of time. So I'm going to leave the eye primer to set for a little bit and carry on with complexion. And I'm only going to use a concealer because I think that saves time, it does the job, and there is no time to do a full coverage face of foundation. So it's probably best to just stick to a concealer and cover whatever you can cover in the time that you have. I'm going to go in with the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and it is in light. And I'm using this because it's easy to apply, it's a light formulation. It's not going to give you full coverage, but I don't think there's time. And I'm going to apply it with a big fluffy brush, and this is the rephr brush in number 4. And now I'm just going to go in and apply this concealer wherever I need it most, around the nose. I think it's always a good place to start, in the center of the face. And what I love about using this fluffy brush is it applies and blends at the same time. And it just evens out the complexion instantly. And I think it's really important to just try find a minute to do your skincare routine, you know, like moisturize your skin properly, because that in itself is a makeup step. And it makes a big difference in what your makeup's going to look like and the amount of makeup you have to apply. Okay, so I think that only mascara is perfectly fine, but if you have a second or two to spare, I would go in with an eyeliner pencil, but it has to have like a gel consistency. It mustn't set too fast, so that you've got a bit of playtime just to blend it out a little bit. The number one thing that everyone said when I asked them what's the hardest part of makeup is that they don't have enough time to spend on eye makeup. You want something that's fast and effective, and what I want to do is I want to make you look more awake. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Barbarella Brown. I'm just applying it in the outer corner, and you don't have to be precise because you're going to smudge it out in a second. So see, that's not very precise or neat. Now I'm going to go in with my number 2 brush from rephr, and I'm just going to smudge out that line. And once again, just hold the brush a little bit further at the end, and that way you're not going to press too hard, so you're not going to remove the eyeliner. So with soft and subtle movements, I'm blending out this eyeliner. And I'm just smoking out the line. There's no creating a flick. I just want to create the illusion of an open and lifted eye. Now I'm going to go in with the Volume Million Lashes by L'Oreal. Mascara is the easiest way to look more awake. So if you have time to do 2 coats, then go for it because it makes such a big difference. So for brows, there's no way that you're going to get on fleek carved out brows when you have no time. So I would suggest getting a brow gel, because that's going to keep them in place a little bit longer. If you don't have a brow gel, just brush them up. It makes them look neater and it opens up the eye as well. I've got one here that's a clear gel from Tweezerman. So this is perfect if your brows are dark enough, but I would like to add a little bit more definition to the brows. So I'm going to use the Brow Artist Plumper by L'Oreal, and this has got a tint to it, and now I'm just going to brush them up. And this just gives it a light coating of color, but it really does make a difference. Look at that. So for lips and cheeks, I'm going to go in with the same product just to save time. But please do this at your own discretion, because obviously these products haven't been tested. Like if you want to use a lipstick as a blush, it wasn't tested as a blush. And if you want to use a blush for a lipstick, it wasn't tested that way. So please do so at your own discretion. But I'm going to show you what you can do with one product. So you can go in with something like Charlotte Tilbury's Beach Sticks. It's a creamy blush that you can just apply with your finger and it blends very easily. But I'm going to go in with the Glossier Cloud Paint, and I'm just going to take my finger and apply a little bit to the apples of the cheeks. Now I'm just going to take my foundation brush and I'm just smoothing over the edges to make sure it's not patchy. And also, if you've gone in a little bit heavy-handed with the blush, you can just use whatever is left of the concealer on your brush to tone it down a little bit. So you can stop here and just apply a lip balm or a lip gloss, but I want to add some color to my lips, so I'm going to go back in with the cloud paint that I just applied to my cheeks, and I'm just going to dab that over my lips. The color is very similar to my natural lip color, but it just gives it that little bit extra. And there you go, guys. This is my quick and easy makeup tutorial for busy moms out there. I hope that this helped you and that this makes your life a little bit easier.